Okay, so we are working with Marvel today. He is wearing his little Halloween lizard costume. And we are just working on healing a little bit. So right now he's turning in because he knows that my husband's got the treats. But we're just getting him kind of set up in position. And then working from having him set up in position to just being able to heal. So he, as you can see, he's walking really nice on the side. And you're going to use good as a continuation marker. So you use the word yes, and you'll notice he's not perfect. He's still kind of sniffing a little bit. But he does not have a correction collar on or anything like that. He's just got a flat collar on, and we've just got treats. And then when he goes too far behind, the leash gets tight. So what we're really trying to teach him here is just that this is where we want him, and we want the leash to be nice and loose. We don't want it to get a little bit tight. And so when he's in that spot, he's telling him good, because good means you're doing so good, keep doing what you're doing. So when he's watching and he looks at him and he gives him that attention, he's telling him good, which means continue doing that. I like what you're doing, continue what you're doing. And then when he starts getting a little bit too far, he kind of tells him no and kind of lets him correct himself. He's going to the end of that leash and it's just hitting the flat collar. That's all that it's doing. Like I said, there's no correction collar on him right now. It's just like I said, just a flat collar. And for a lot of dogs, you don't need a correction collar. You just need a flat collar and some treats. It really depends on the dog. But in any case, if you use one of those, the purpose of it is to help teach your dog to walk like this. You have to remind them this at every time. The purpose is to teach them to walk with you. It's not to keep them on it forever and to be always dependent on some kind of correction tool. Okay? The point is, if you do have a dog that needs one, to use it just a little bit here and there when you need it to help keep them in position and teach them what you want. If you're using a correction collar but you're not using treats, you're not giving them praise, you're not telling them what you want and teaching them to stay right by your side like that, the collar's not doing you any good, because you're not going to ever get away from using the collar. And then it's just, it's just not really good for the dog. So with him, just lots of praise, lots of treats. Sorry, you're hearing an airplane right now overhead, but lots of praise, lots of treats, and just lots of luring. And when he goes ahead and he starts getting too far ahead or too far behind, he'll kind of feel that leash go a little bit tight. And when he feels that, Chris will tell him no and call him back. And as soon as he comes back into the position that he wants, then he gives him a treat. So to start going, we use the words, when you start off, we use the words with me. Instead of heel, we use with me to have you start, and we say right there, yes, as soon as he stopped, as soon as he stopped and sat without being reminded. So that's a marker that's yes. Use the word yes when they're going to get the treat. If you're not going to give them a treat right that second, or you're not releasing them, use good if it's something you want them to continue, not yes.